Welcome back, peeps. Thank you for tuning in to the Battle Bros channel, where we're always taking a look at the newest tips and tricks in the Call of Duty universe. And in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the tier list for all assault rifles in Warzone. That includes both Cold War and Modern Warfare weapons. We will be going a little bit faster, so I'm just going to be placing the weapon, giving a small opinion on it, and moving to the next one. So this video isn't 35 minutes like every single other tier list out there, right? Again, this is only going to be for the assault rifles section. Now, if you guys do enjoy my kind of content, please remember to like and subscribe and turn that notification bell on. It really helps me out a lot. And as well, special thanks to all my YouTube members who give a little bit extra to support my channel. If you guys want to become one, links in the description. And with that being said, let's jump right into this video. Alright, let's jump right into this puppy. Just before we start right into it, as you guys can see, there is a riot shield and there is the AUG and the M16 in here. Now, I decided to throw the AUG and the M16 because they really are assault rifles. I don't consider them tactical rifles or whatever they do. So I'm going to be putting them in the assault rifle section, and the riot shield is going to be the QBZ because the QBZ just was nowhere to be found in the website. So the riot shield is a QBZ, but don't worry about it because it's trash. A heads up. Alright, so let's jump right into it. So we've got, let me just explain how I set up. We got meta, which is obviously, you know, everybody knows what meta is. The almost meta, which is a weapon that is really good, but it just doesn't hit that next level to be meta to destroy everybody. Third level, we got, you know, they can compete, meaning it's a decent gun, right? You can use it, it's viable, you can get some good kills. The other one is, you know, it's okay, the weapon's all good, but it won't really do anything special. You won't be getting any, oh my god, he's hacking, nothing like that, right? The other one, it's a weapon that it's bad, you know, but you can still use it, right? You hate that weapon, but I guess you can still get a couple kills. Then we got the trash, and then we got the shit of the trash, which hopefully we don't get any weapon here, but we will see what we get. So let's get right into this. So for the meta, obviously we know the first one. I mean, this is a no-brainer. It's gonna be the FFAR. The FFAR just destroys everybody. I mean, this weapon is good medium range, and it is good up close. And since this is the most popular weapon, if you guys want to class setup with this one, go ahead and click in the screen right now. All right, but yeah, I mean, the no-brainer destroys. Second, we're gonna put the M16. I mean, the M16 is another destroyer. This M16 has been shredding people. This got almost like no recoil, 2 bursting people. This weapon is crazy, but I would still take probably the FFAR. Both of the weapons are a little bit different, right? The FFAR is a little bit more CQB, a little bit more close quarter engagement. M16 a little bit more for those medium to long range. Again, if you want an M16 class setup, click in the video right now. Now, after this one, this is when things start getting a little bit tough. But again, I'm not ranking this based on popularity or what I see out there, just by my feels on how I feel the game is right now. And I use the Growl, and I really think that I'm gonna do this right here. I think the Growl is meta. All right, I have a video with it, and it's really, really good. Again, they're very different class setups, right? Just because you can say, oh well, no, you know, the FFAR destroys it up close, but then when you get it the other way, the Growl would shred the FFAR if you were in a medium to long range engagement. I mean, the Growl is still a really viable weapon for somebody that wants to laser people. That's why every weapon has a distinct purpose. Just because this one beats it up close, but it beats it long range, doesn't mean it's better or not. Right? They're all meant for different purposes. And now let's see if we can find another weapon in the meta right now. And here's the thing, another one. Yeah, we got a couple other weapons. So we got the CR56 AMAX, and I'm gonna definitely put this one in the meta. Now, it's a hard weapon to use, right? So a lot of people may not consider this the meta, but I still think the CR56 AMAX in the hands of somebody that knows how to control the recoil with a strong class setup, this weapon can still shred, and I get shredded with this one quite a bit, honestly. So I'm still gonna say the meta. And then another OG, not that used, the AS Val. I'm still gonna throw it up in there. The AS Val is still the highest, the fastest TTK out of any of them, still destroying faster than the FFAR. Again, it's probably a little bit underused because of its 30-round mag, but do not underestimate the AS Val because it will shred you. If you got even if you got an FFAR, the AS Val, we gotta give it some love. We gotta give the credit where credit is due. Now, I think that's really all what we got for the meta. You know, destroying, just shredding. The AUG is good, But that's why I'm gonna have to go with the AUG right here. You know, the AUG from Cold War. It's good, but I just feel that bounciness, that horizontal recoil that it has, and not allowing you for those horizontal. The AUG is just like for medium range, right? It's for medium range. It's decent at close range, but it'll destroy you if you have an FFAR. So that's why it's like almost close range to medium, but the M16 is long range, medium range, and close range. That's why I'm gonna have to give the edge to the M16. And the AUG is just, it's almost there, but it just doesn't get there. And it's surprisingly, I've been using the Groza a lot, and I'm honestly going to throw the Groza right here to the almost meta section, because the Groza can shred. It can laser people like, man, this gun's got almost no recoil control. And again, I'm not just going off of my feel or my opinions. Obviously, it's still my opinion, right? But not because if I hate the gun or I love the gun. There's a lot of guns here that I don't use, and I still put them as meta, right? Because you got to give credit where credit is due. And again, the Groza, if you unlock the full attachments and you put the right attachments to this gun, this weapon is bomb. And again, I'm going to release a class setup for this video, but I don't have it yet. Now, this is where things start getting a little bit interesting. I'm going to have to say the M4A1 is almost meta because it's similar to the Grau, but it's just not there. You know, you can still laser it, but it's still not meta because you got the FFAR just shredding people. So I'm going to say the M4A1 is going to be right here. It's almost meta because back in the day it was meta, but with all these other, I think people, the thing is, I don't think these weapons get trashed. I think they just get forgotten. That's one of the words that I should use. So I'm going to place the M4A1 right there. Next up, what can we, let's go with the Modern Warfare weapon. And I'm thinking right here, a fast killing weapon that many people may have forgotten as well. And I'm going to put the RAM up in here. I think the RAM honestly does a really good job. And I'm going to say it's almost meta. But again, just that FFAR takes its spot. But the RAM is definitely a class that you don't want to underestimate. Now, next up, let's go right here. And I'm going to say the Craig is one that can compete. You know, it's one that can compete. And it's still really, really good. It's kind of like the upgraded version of the... what the hell of the my man, I just forgot the Kilo. I just forgot the name of it. Yes, it's like an upgraded version. So beside it, I'm gonna put right behind it the Kilo, but I think the Krig is like the upgraded version. But really, those longer time killing weapons aren't really doing justice right now. So not that many people are choosing lasers anymore. So that's what we got right now. I'm gonna put the M13 here. They can still compete, you know, because again, the main reason for the M13 is the laser, and if you want a laser, there's nothing wrong with the M13. I mean, M13 still shreds and lasers people. That is the only thing I can tell you. And now one that a lot of people don't use, but the FAMAS is actually a really good gun. And I'm going to say it can compete because if you put in a single shot and you got that fast trigger finger, man, this gun is got really, really high TTK, and you can definitely land some nasty shots on people. And man, this weapon is nasty. It is disgusting. Now, another one that I'm going to say that it can compete, I'm going to say it's going to be the FAL or the FAL, whatever you want to call it. Again, it can compete, but I don't think it's here in the upper hand section. Now, let's go ahead with this. This is something I got right here with the SCAR, you know. The SCAR can either go here because, you know, it's like okay, but nothing special. But then sometimes I even grab the purple SCAR loot that's in the game right now. And man, it's because this gun is good. You know, it packs a punch. Just the problem is, again, the bullets of this weapon and the slow rate of fire. But man, this weapon does pack a punch. And I don't know. I'm in between these. I'm in between it can compete and it's okay, but nothing special. But I think there's just something with the SCAR that is good. I'm gonna say it can compete. All right, I'm a risk it for the biscuit, and I'm gonna say it can compete. All right, that's what I'm gonna say. Now, this one right here with the Cold War ARs, I'm gonna put this one right here. Honestly, the 8894, it's just, look, it has a lot of hype by a lot of YouTubers, but I've used it multiple times, and I try to use it, and I really just can't. It just can't get to me on the usability of this gun. So that's I'm gonna put it's okay. You know, it's an okay gun, but honestly, it won't do you anything special. I'm gonna throw the AK-47 in here as well because it's got high damage. But then again, because there's a lot of long range engagements, the AK-47 just doesn't shine in Warzone where people have place. It did shine in multiplayer because that high powered, high damage, you could get a decent amount of kills, but controlling the recoil on this one and then just having to shoot the enemies just a little bit extra time in Warzone, it just wasn't the best. So I'm going to keep that one here. Now we got the Odin. The Odin is in a very special spot, and it's just like, I think this is just another gun that's been forgotten, honestly. I don't think it's okay, but nothing special. But I just think it's been forgotten, and I don't think many people have used it in today's meta. So, man, I don't know if it can compete or if it's okay, but nothing special. Again, I'm going to have to say Odin's been one of my all-time favorites, and I'm going to say again, in the hands of an assassin, the Odin can compete. So that's all I'm going to say. It's got a high recoil, but if you can control this puppy, I'm going to have to give it right here. I'm going to have to say it can compete definitely with the big dogs. Now, I'm going to put bad but usable, and I'm going to explain to you guys why. There's a lot of people say, well, XM4 and the AK-47 from Cold War's got negative recoil. And yes, I know, but somebody shed some light on me, and I hadn't seen the videos before, but now I did. And yeah, Jay got in True Game Data said that just for the XM4 of Cold War and the AK-47 from Cold War, the barrels were just reduced bullet velocity, right? The barrels just didn't do what they were supposed to. We've known this all around, that the barrels just don't do what they're supposed to do. But I mean, with the XM4 and with the Cold War, apparently it's just horrible. So when a really important piece of a gun is missing, which is the barrel, which can significantly increase your damage range by up to 20%, your bullet velocity more than 20%, and that barrel and the agency suppressor, those two things is what raises a weapon once you start unlocking the things. And if you're really missing a barrel and you can use a barrel, I mean, you can maybe use the XM4 up close range, but then that's the thing. Why would you use the XM4 when you could use the better version, which is the M4A1, and the barrels work, or the FFAR if you're going to go for higher kills? So that's why I'm just going to have to put both of these guns right here. And again, that is just being for the fact that the barrels just do not work on this one. And last one we got, last but not least, with the QBZ. And I was thinking I was not going to be a mean son of a bitch, and I was going to be like, you know what, we can put it in trash. But goddamn, I don't think I've seen a single goddamn person using this gun. So I'm just gonna have to put it right there. The shit of the trash, and that is how it's gonna have to be. And now taking a final look at the graph right here. Let me know in the comments if you guys would change anything. Again, obviously this is some of my opinions. And again, a lot of these guns, this is just because if I like them or not. Like, I mean, I haven't used the M4A1 in a long time, but I know people that have, and I've picked it up from the floor a couple times, and this gun still shreds. That's why I put it here, but I don't use it personally that much. But yeah, I think this is the way I could keep it. There's a lot of guns that can compete, but at the moment right now, with the FFAR and the M16 just being the king, the dominators right here, I honestly think this is the way to go. The Grau, I'm still putting the Grau as meta because it's just somebody that really wants a lasering gun, but it's the meta of lasering guns. That's why I put it here. They're all different qualifications. FFAR is the meta in close quarter engagement when it comes to assault rifles. Then you got the M16, which is the king of long range and damage and all that sort of stuff. The M16 is king. But if you want the meta of lasering people, that's why it's going to be the Grau. Again, each independent. And then the AMAX, in the hands of a deadly assassin. The AMAX packs high power, high damage. And if you can control that recoil, you can be deadly. And the AS Val, again, the king here still in CQB. But again, not the weapon of choice because of the ammo. So I think this is the way I'm going to have to leave it here, guys. Let me know down below in the comments if you guys would make any changes. And yeah, maybe give me your top 3 in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy this video, let me know down below in the comments what you guys think and like that video. And as well, I will probably be doing part 2 of this, which will be the SMG. So I'll probably be doing SMGs next. And then we're going to be going LMGs, snipers, all that fun stuff. But yeah, thank you for tuning in. Peace out, everybody. And I'll see you all in the next one. Well, hello there. I see you're still here, and because of that, you're going to get a VIP tour of my brand spanking new website. Here you can check out if I'm streaming, or maybe donate some Benjamins if you want to support me a bit more. Most importantly, you can get your own anti-gulag merch right here. 100% guaranteed that you will not go into the gulag if you wear one of these. And finally, you can check out some of my COD videos and the top point makers on my stream. And now, with all that being said, I'll see you all in the next one.